This is Derek Poppy Rolon at Strictly Boxing. All right, now, man, we got a lot of things going on in this boxing world, man. I don't know if it's a lot going on or there's just a lot of talking going on, man. We unsure about everything, man. We don't know who gonna fight who, or it's just talk, talk, talk. But I'm gonna tell you something, man. There was some fights that happened last night. Wednesday night fights is a new thing that's on YouTube, y'all. And it was some good fights last night. I stumbled across a fight. It was Antonio Moran. He's 28-0. He stopped a Maradona. He knocked him out he stopped him in the 6th round. Pretty good fight. Dona was in the fight, but Tony Moran was too good for him. He stopped him. That was Wednesday night fights, y'all. It's going to be every Wednesday, I think. So you guys look out for Wednesday night fights on YouTube. I stumbled across it, and I'm glad I did because it was good. It was good. On the card, though, there was some super middleweights. I like that super middleweight title. I told y'all in the previous video that super middleweight weight class, man, is the weight class I like now. I'm looking forward to that one. There was a Christopher Pearson, 17-3, with 12 knockouts, and he fought a Trevor McConty. McConty now is 28-0 with 21 knockouts. It was a good fight. They brought it. Christopher tried, but Trevor beat him. He was too strong for him. The main event, though, was a lighter weight class. It was Angela Leo versus Mike Plania. Plania. I think I said that right. Angelo Leo is 23-1. That's 11 knockouts. And Mike Plania is 29-3. Okay. And let me see, the former WBO champion, 126 pounds this was. Angelo Leo was the former 125. The one WBA competition was Mike Plania. So he stopped him in the Angelo stopped him in the 3rd round with a body shot, man. With a good body shot and dropped him, man. And that was that, man. So good fights, man. Wednesday night, unexpected. I just stumbled across it, and it was good. It was something good to see. So you guys look out next week, next Wednesday. I believe it's going on every week, Wednesday night fights. I'll hit y'all later with the promotional team. I kind of skipped my mind right now, and I don't have it in front of me. So I will have to get back to y'all with that. Let's talk boxing, though, man. Let's talk what's going on in boxing, man. Everybody talking about Canelo Alvarez is ducking Benavidez. They're saying that Canelo does not want to fight Benavidez. I heard it was businesses and Mexicans don't want to fight Mexicans, and that I heard something about what I hear, man. They said something about it's not a big money fight. It's not worth it because the Mexicans is going to be watching. The Mexicans, fight fans over the world don't care about it being 2 Mexicans. They're going to watch the fights, man. We're going to pay for the fight anyway, all over, not just Mexico buying the fight. That didn't make sense, man. It sound like some old stuff trying to say Canelo not, Doug. It's funny because Canelo not, the sanctioning parties, they respect Canelo so much that they're allowing him to keep his titles and not fight the mandatories. That don't make no sense to me, man. Like, why are you not fighting the mandatories? What makes you so special? You don't have to fight the mandatories. This is the money that you draw or the money that you get, so you don't have to fight your mandatories. You can fight people in different weight classes and maintain your belt. What are Benavidez going to do then? He's been waiting for a title shot for years. I don't know. I don't think that's fair. I don't think nobody should get that right there. That's like, above the law or something, man. You above the law. Like Canelo is above the law. He doesn't have to do what everybody else gotta do. We gotta fight or we get stripped by our titles. And that doesn't make any sense to me. You know? So Bob Arum said he wants Charlo to fight not the one he already fought already, the other brother, which is bigger anyway. Jamal, I believe it is. Jamal, I get them mixed up. But the one that is the bigger one that should have fought Canelo anyway. But Bob Adams said he wants Charlo to fight Canelo. He wants Canelo to fight Charlo, and then they're even thinking about him fighting Terence Crawford, but not David Benavidez. Kind of weird, man. Kind of weird. Like, all right, man, best want to fight the best, but nah, man. But I understand Benavidez is a tough guy, big fight. Do these fights go on, or is it just talk, man? Everybody just talking, man. I got a lot of fights here, but they just talking. Here you go. Gervonta Davis, 29 years old, 29-0, 27 knockouts, right? He was supposed to be fighting. They said it is. Rumor says it. I can hear it from different podcasts saying it's set. But I keep looking around. I don't have no date. They said the same date, March 30th. But how that's going to go on the March 30th date when we already got Keith Thurman fighting Tim Tszyu at March 30th? So how's it going to go that? So I'm hearing different things, but nothing is for sure. Nothing is written and no contract has been signed. Nothing is there. Frank Martin, 29 years old, 18-0 with 12 knockouts. They talking about the fight, but all of this is talk. All of this is talk. We don't hear if it's a real fight or not a real fight. Like, is it set in stone or not? Another one is up in the air that I'm thinking it was there. Ryan Garcia, 25 years old. Yeah, 25 years old. He says Rolly Romero will be his next fight on April 20th. Rolly Romero, 29 years old, 15-1 with 13 knockouts. Ryan Garcia, 24-1. But it's just talk. I ain't seeing a contract saying it's going down. All it is talk. The only fight that I see, okay, the only fight I see so far that looks to be like it's really going down is Keith Thurman versus Tim Tszyu. Keith Thurman, 35 years old, 35-1, 30 KOs. Tim Tszyu, 29-0, 17 knockouts. That fight's supposed to be set for March 30th in Vegas. March 30th in Vegas. Supposed to be a good card, A couple of good fights is on the card he talked about. That's the only one that I see that's going down, So I don't know, man. What are we gonna do with boxing, man? Is we just gonna sit around and just talk, or we gonna fight? Another one, man, that's been bothering us all year. Almost, it's been like 6-7 months, man. And Terence Crawford versus Errol Spence. It's not going to happen. It is going to happen. I was hurt. I was sick. My eye, my rib. What's going on? Terence Crawford said, you know what? It's been too long. I don't want to fight him. Take care of yourself. Best wishes, whatever it is, it's not going down, whatever. So they already had stripped Terence Crawford for the IBF and gave to Ennis. Everybody saying Terence Crawford should fight in his boots. All right, but it's kind of funny. You take my title, you give it to him, then you tell me I got to win my title back to be undisputed all over again. Take my title. I ain't had no other fight yet. I was contracted to fight Earl Spence. So why you take my title in the first place? You know what I mean? Because Bruce Ennis was mandatory to Errol Spence. So he took the title, but it's not Errol Spence's title. It's a contract. It is now Terence Crawford's title, and he got a mandatory. So, like, how do you take the man title and give it to somebody else and then say you got to fight him for the title? Don't make any doggone sense, man. They ain't doing that to Canelo Alvarez. They ain't taking his titles. He got all his titles. The sanctioning bodies are not touching his title. Benavidez has been waiting. Not fair. Stuff going on there. So I don't know. But it's not happening. But you know what I was thinking that might make sense? I'm going to tell you what I was thinking. I was thinking if Earl Spence is no longer hurt, if his eyesight is fixed, if his rib is fixed, and if he is fighting, training, and wanting to be prepared to go back into the ring, maybe he should go in the ring with in his boots. I think that's a solution to the problem. Earl Spence fights in his boots, right? Now, it's not Earl Spence's title. It's in his boots title because the IBF gave him the title that he won, that he beat Spence, that Crawford beat Spence out of, then gave the title in his boots, and now Spence want to go fight in his boots to win his title back, which would make him like 4-time title or whatever. That don't matter though, but that's just the way it goes. I think it's not a bad idea. I would like to see that. It's almost like Earl Spence proving to us that he's back before fighting Crawford. That makes sense to me. Somehow it makes sense, John. Yeah. It would make sense to me if Earl Spence fought Jaron Ennis, and then that was, if Spence was to win, it'd make it seem like Spence is ready. He's back now. He's himself. Okay, Crawford, let's do it. I think that Crawford would be more like to do that now, I think it would make a lot of sense. If Earl Spence can't beat Ennis, then it would make even more sense for now. Crawford will feel like, okay, Ennis, you beat him, I beat him. It's like we both, best in the world. Let's see who it is. Let's do it. I like that, man. My man Dino, AJ, man, I talk about man AJ. AJ, man, he had this little saying, said, yo, if it's going down, let's get it over with. I used to like that statement because, if it's going down, let's get it over with, man. Stop all the talking. All right, stop all the talking. Javante, look, if you're going to fight Frank Martin, fight him. Yo, Garcia, if you're going to fight, remember, look, let's stop talking about it and be about it. All right, that's the way it's supposed to go. If we going to fight, let's fight. I had my man who was on the other night. See if I can remember his name. He was on on yesterday, and he was talking about see if I can remember his name. I don't think I have it on me. Oh yeah, Rick Glazer. Rick Glazer was explaining that it was about money and it's about Rick Glazer. Yeah, Rick Glazer was on. I saw a show and he was talking about the complications of making these fights and that they've got to make money. He says something though, if you're not buying a ticket, then it's business. He said it's business unless you're buying a ticket. If you're buying a ticket, you're a fan. If you're not buying a ticket, you got to handle these fights and make these fights according to business. But the fight fans want to see great fights. We're going to pay for whatever's out there. We not it don't make too much sense. This person don't make that person. We gonna pay to see the fights. Everybody gonna pay to see a Javante fight. Everybody's gonna if Javante Davis fighting. Everybody paying. E- Even Devin Haney. They pay, if he fight, somebody gonna pay for it. You know, one of the fights I think is another fight. I'm glad I missed it, but it came to my mind just now. Another fight that's gonna be a good fight that's going down, which is Jermaine Ortiz, right? Man, help me out, y'all. Help me out. Who was it? Jermaine Ortiz is fighting Teofimo Lopez. Now, that I think is a big fight. Because people think that Jermaine Ortiz, is an easy fight, and he not. He not. He lost that fight. Who did I forgot who he lost, but he didn't really lose. He didn't really lose. It was a close fight, but that Jermaine Ortiz really won that fight. I just can't remember the person's name, but the fight that he lost, to me, he really won. You know, to Lomo, was it Lomo? I think it was Lomo. I think, yeah, the fight he lost to Lomachenko, he really beat Lomo. I think that time, and then yeah, I think it was Lomo. Yeah, but Jermaine Ortiz and Teofimo Lopez is going to be a big fight. That's something that's coming up to in a couple weeks. I don't have the date. I don't remember the date off the top of my head. I apologize for that, but I'm gonna look that up, or you can look it up. Look it up. Jermaine Ortiz and Teofimo Lopez is coming up in 2-3 weeks, I think, but they're going to be fighting for a title. That's going to be the biggest fight coming up in the next the closest one that we got. But all right, man, this is why I just wanted to drop something in. I was thinking about a lot of things, and I wanted to share it with you. I went on live to see if anybody come in. I'm still working on this thing. I'm going to get it. But this is Derek Poppy Rolon at Strictly Boxing. Please, please, if you haven't subscribed already, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. I got a lot of plans, some big things coming up, and we're going to be doing some big things on this channel. Hit the like button, then subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, if you already subscribed, share with your friends, send the videos, share the videos, and keep tuning in. This is Derek Poppy Rolon at Strictly Boxing. You guys have a good night. Peace.